Pat Riley. He's got all the rings. Remember, he put all the rings on the table in front of LeBron and said, "You want these?" Oh, they do it with so many undrafted players. Heat culture. How you be? Oh, man. I legitimately thought I was talked out today. I just finished posting the audio of a The CMV podcast. It's out now. The link is in the description or somewhere on the channel, or just, The CMV podcast is right there. And then I did a hit on ESPN Radio, and I got into an argument about Desmond Ridder. I said, all right, I'm all talked out. And then the Woj bombs start going off and the Shams bombs start going off, and I'm like, it finally happened. Dame is out of Portland, but it's not to Miami. It's Milwaukee. Oh, man. Heat culture. Jimmy Butler already screaming tampering. Because it's not like Jimmy's been going like this literally across the world. In China, he was hitting threes on dudes and then going like this. That's not tampering, right, Jimmy? That's not tampering. That's not tampering at all. Oh. But Giannis lays down the gauntlet and says, not only sign me and all my brothers, but go out there and get Dame too. Or I'm going to the Golden State Warriors in a couple of years and I'm going to run with the last couple of years of whatever Steph Curry got left. But I know, because Miami didn't get him, it's tampering. Oh, man. Come on. We're going to break all this down. I can't believe it finally happened. I thought we were going to have to wait till training camp. That's been all the fluff and fanfare and the blister about it is, yo, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. No. Giannis laid down the gauntlet and the Bucks bent over and said, because they know what time it is. Because the only value that franchise has is with the Nigerian freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Salute to those pulling up. Give y'all a couple more seconds and then we're going to dive all up in this head first pause into this NBA blockbuster trade. DeAndre Ayton finally gone from Phoenix. No one's saying anything, as if no one cares. Because, no one kind of does. But now Scoot got to do to get the lobs too. Anthony Simons got to do to get the lobs too. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and tap in. Appreciate the likes for those tapping that. Apparently, we got super chats and stickers and all that type of fly shit turned on. So if you want to do all of that, feel free. I appreciate that as always. But let's not hesitate. We should have saw this coming. If we would have paid attention, instead of paying attention to what the Miami media and what the Miami players and what the Miami fans were saying, we should have known this was coming. The Nigerian freak Giannis Antetokounmpo has been trying to tell us, as well as Dame Dollar. They've been hiding in plain sight, and we didn't do the science. We did not do the math. I don't know if it's black math. We're not here on that type of time, but we didn't do the science. And I have to tell you, let's just show it. It was right here. This is from May of 2022. If you ever want to pick a player that would help you get into the playoffs, finals maybe, who would you pick? Only in the present time. One word answer from Dame, Giannis. And Heat fans were trying to convince us about a damn Tyler Hero. Heat fans were trying to convince us about a damn Duncan Robinson. Heat fans were trying to convince us that, well, Bam and Dame, they hoop in the offseason, as if all these dudes don't hoop. As if all these dudes don't hoop and play in the same pickup runs somewhere throughout the NBA atmosphere. They really tried to sell us that it was a done deal. Dame is out in South Beach. He's got Will Smith Miami playing in the background. You know, your man's Jimmy Butler is out there in China going like this after every three-pointer made, and they had us all fooled. Meanwhile, Giannis goes out there and tells management in real player empowerment, not this Jimmy Butler, yo, I know you want to pull up, come through, not all this nonsense. Giannis went in there and said, I want him, get it done now, or in 2 seasons, when this whole thing is scheduled to be a wrap, I'm gone. And no one will give a damn about Milwaukee ever again until you luck into a next lottery pick that turns out to be an MVP. And the Bucks did what they were supposed to do. They bent over and said, whatever you want, Giannis. No spit, no grease, no Vaseline. Just take it, Giannis. And this is what they got. But this was hiding in plain sight. May of 2022. Let's keep it pushing. This was happening just this past year at All-Star. I won't play the sound because of copyright, but Giannis picked Dame Lillard first with Drew Holiday right there. Team Giannis versus Team Bron with the first pick. Giannis did not take his own teammate. He took Dame Dollar. This was hiding in plain sight. We didn't do the math. We didn't do the science. We didn't do the knowledge. And the Heat damn sure didn't. The Heat tried to pull one off and steal one off. They thought they could bully the Portland Trailblazers into trading them Dame for some goddamn Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. How dare the Miami Heat think that their culture is that good that they could bully. They had their own people in the media. Now, while Portland had Woj doing the groundwork to make sure, like, hey, Portland's not going to take this package, pause. Portland made sure, because, you know, man's over there, Cronin and Woj are tight. Okay? Blue check boys, you know, they tight. They tried to really bully Portland into giving up Dame Dollar for some damn Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. And they swore up and down, there's no better offer. No one else in the NBA is going to give you better than Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero for Damian Lillard. And they tried to use their people in the media in Miami, in South Beach, and all of Florida to push that narrative. Like, you're not going to get anything better. I don't know why they're waiting. Why is Portland trying to act like they can find a better deal? Guess what? They found a better deal. And now you're stuck trying to spin the block and see if you could go get Drew Holiday because you still got Kyle Lowry's old ass as point guard. Because you were so certain you were going to bully Portland into getting Dame. You swore up and down you were going to bully Portland into getting Dame. Now you're stuck with Drew Holiday, who's already said in 2 years, I'm retiring, dog. You see my wife? I'm retiring. I'm up out of here. We both got the bag. We ghost. Oh, this is amazing. I love every piece of this. Let me hit the chat real quick. Okay, Corey's up in here. What's good, Corey? Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate that because y'all know the algorithm likes it. Therefore, I like it. Patrick's in the house. He let me know on the Elon app he was pulling up, and he is here. There's a reason why AD almost went to Milwaukee, Giannis and Drew. That's big facts. Mavs main in the house. Yo, what's good, bro? I could have let this go by without hopping in. All talked out. Pod dropped today. did an hour on ESPN radio, yet and still, when this dropped, I said, nope, go drink some tea, go fill up the Yeti, and go ahead and make sure you could tap in for at least a little bit and talk about this, because this has so many layers. We didn't even break down the particulars of the damn deal yet. So let's go ahead and tap it. But let's not forget Jimmy. Your man's Jimmy. Jimmy's out here already saying this is tampering. Already. Let me see if we get the sound up. Let's see if we can get Jimmy. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Yo, NBA, man. Y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody. Y'all look at them for tampering.
So now I'm assuming y'all heard that, but yo, NBA man, I need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Now we understand this is purely a joke, right? He's trolling, but understand, low key, there's going to be some Heat fans that try to run with this narrative. There's going to be some Heat fans that are going to try to tell you and I that might even petition the NBA, because that's how salty Heat culture is when they don't get their way. Because they believe in the ghosts. They believe in all the nonsense. This ain't winning time, Pat Riley. This ain't that. This is real life. You take L's in real life. This ain't winning time, okay? The Heat are taking L's, and Pat Riley has been taking a lot of L's when they come to free agency. Yes, he got LeBron, but are we really giving Pat Riley the credit for having LeBron in South Beach when Braun and Wade and allegedly Stoudemire, but then Bosh were all talking about this years prior? Is that really what we doing? Is really what we gonna do? We gonna let Riley slide for yet again failing to land the guy? Allegedly, they were in on Kevin Durant. Every big star, they're just like the Knicks. The Heat are no different than the Knicks. And I've talked about this here. Whenever a big star is out there to be gotten, it's always the Knicks. It's always the Heat. You could throw in the Celtics. You could throw in the Lakers. It's always the same 4 or 5 teams that are always in the mix. But how many of those teams actually land the guy that's been lobbied about? The Lakers, damn sure, way more than the Miami's in. Of course, more than the Knicks. I mean, the Knicks never get the top guy. I mean, come on. Come on. Stop it. Jimmy already out here screaming tampering, but let's get to the particulars of this deal, okay? Portland, Milwaukee, Phoenix, 3-team trade. Bucks get Dame, Suns get Nurkic, Blazers get Ayton, okay? Now, if you want to get more into it, the full trade, Bucks still just get Dame. Blazers, they get Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tuamani Camara, a first-round pick from the Bucks, and a later pick swap from the Bucks. The Suns get Nurkic, Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, Grayson Allen. So the Blazers get Drew Holiday, who they could flip for even more pieces. Because now here's the funny shit, right? Because there's already talk about the Heat are looking at Drew Holiday. Wouldn't it be funny if the Blazers trade Drew Holiday for that bullshit package the Heat were trying to give for Damian Lillard? Oh, you want Drew Holiday? Okay, Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Now we'll listen. We'll listen to that bullshit now. Now that it's not Dame. Now that it's Drew. You want Drew? Okay, cool. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. So now we can walk away with Ayton, Hero and Robinson, cap relief, and a couple of picks for Dame. That sounds reasonable. That sounds doable. But just Tyler Hero and some pieces straight up for Dame and a couple of bullshit pick swaps? Fuck out of here, Miami. And then the Suns, who sneak in here stealthily and finally get rid of DeAndre Ayton, which is the worst kept secret. They didn't even really want to re-sign him and match that contract last year, but they felt they had to. But they go ahead and do what they should have done years prior. They get rid of DeAndre Ayton, and now he goes to the Blazers. So again, there's the Blazers angle we could look at. There's the Suns angle sneaking in there. And then obviously we got to talk about the Bucks now with a big 2, maybe 2.5 if you want to throw Middleton in there, of Dame the Nigerian freak Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Chris Middleton. And then they still got Brook Lopez. They still got Crazy Eyes, you didn't hear that from me, Bobby Portis. The core of that squad, Grayson Allen, please. Drew Holiday is a loss, but when you're getting Dame, you offset that. Now, Drew, as good as he is defensively, he got bullied last year in the first round. He got bullied, okay? So I don't know if that's signs of, the defensive prowess wearing off as he's getting older. I don't know. But when you combine the fact that he got bullied in the first round last year, and on top of that, has already said, I'm playing out my contract, and then I'm retiring. And that deal only has 2 years left on it. So when you get to that, it's like, oh, okay. This window is 2 years. We talked about that in the summer with NBA free agency. I was like, look, they bringing everybody back, but that's a 2-year window. So the Bucks have to understand this group can only run for 2 more years, because if you look at the structuring of the contracts, the Chris Middleton deal is a 3-year deal, but it's 2 with an opt-out. Okay? Then you have the re-signing of Brook Lopez. That was a 2-year deal to go along with Drew Holiday having 2 years left on his deal. So they were letting the world know this core group is done after 2 years. You know who also noticed that? The Nigerian freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And all of his statements have been, I'm trying to win long term. He's the man in Milwaukee. He is the Milwaukee Bucks. And while some of these players are scared to use that player empowerment, while some players are scared to talk their talk in them front offices, you know who's not? Giannis. He got them to sign the other brother. They got all the Antetokounmpos now. So not only do they go and get him real help in Dame, they go out there and further placate him by going to get the other Antetokounmpo brother. That is player empowerment. I want all my mans in them right here and go get me Dame. So while we got James Harden going to have to flirt with the fat suit again, Dame is out here, hemming and hawing about, I don't want to say, I want to go, I don't want to run from the grind. Giannis is damn all that, and he's won a chip already. And he's still on the Bucks' neck saying, yo, go get me help. That's how you take advantage of player empowerment. Not this bullshit of, I don't want to offend Portland. I don't want to say the thing I'm going to just keep doing these little bullshit interviews that are already predetermined with questions that I already know are coming so I can get my narrative. No. Giannis went right into them offices and said, Dame. Did you not see the tweet? Did you not see All-Star Weekend? Get me Dame. Bruh, this was a masterclass in player empowerment by the Nigerian freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. An absolute masterclass. Because the threat was always there of him and Steph. He's talked about Steph as well. You keep planting that seed and you keep putting water on it every summer, it's going to keep growing little by little, right? So while, yes, we had the tweet of Dame and Giannis, and we had the All-Star moment of Dame and Giannis, we also had moments of Giannis fawning over Steph. Thought that was by coincidence? Keep sleeping on the Nigerian freak. He letting you know what type of time he's on right now. This is the power play. While everyone's going to focus on Dame, Dame finally got his wish. Dame is gone. And that's fine. We'll get to that piece in a second. The main takeaway for me here is, Giannis is about that action. While we got KD, who has leveraged player empowerment in his own way, and the Beard has leveraged it in his own way, and Lord knows we know Bron has leveraged it in his way. What Giannis got off here cannot be understated. He got it off. All my brothers and Dame, before I get to training camp, before I get the media day, get it done. While Riley and them down there are using all the media influence that they can to keep trying to say the Blazers are asking for too much. The Blazers want too much. They don't think Tyler Hero is enough. Guess what? He wasn't. But Drew Holiday, who is a flippable asset, DeAndre Ayton, who is a younger center than Nurkic, and potentially has more upside than Nurkic. Nurkic is a finished product. DeAndre Ayton, you put him with Scoot, you can run with some young cats. Anthony Simons is still there. All the young core of the Blazers is still there. Man, Giannis. Salute to Giannis. I'll hit the chat. Sammy Smith, what's good, Sammy? Sammy's in the house. Chip 2 loading for the freak. I mean, out the East, you have to look at it. You have to put them up there. Boston made some moves with the Latvia world star Kristaps Porzingis, even though he's banged up. You know, you still got Tatum and Brown. I don't know what they're going to do with Brogdon. They could potentially move Brogdon. I don't know if Derpy's in here. He's our resident Celtics guy. But, you know, when it comes down to this, to me, this right here is a move that keeps you at the top. While Miami keeps, you know, figuring things out and kind of, you know, mishmash uniting their way into NBA Finals appearances, no one ever takes them seriously when they make it because they don't have the horses. And while it's always a underdog story and it generates headlines and clicks and heat culture, no one ever takes them seriously. No one took them seriously when they faced the Lakers in the bubble. No one took them seriously last year when they faced the Nuggets. No one actually thought they could win a chip. Well, so while it's a testament to heat culture that they keep getting to the finals, if you don't win this shit, who gives a damn? It's like the Blazers in the 90s. Yeah, they got to the finals, but they never won this shit, so who cares? Cool story. You got to the finals a couple times. What happened when you got there? You got that ass bust. Pause. Doesn't matter. The Heat haven't won shit since Braun and them walked away. And now when you're looking at the Bucks with Dame, Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez, crazy ass Bobby Portis, that's a good squad. And when you look at what happened last year in the playoffs when Giannis was hurt, they had no scoring punch. Drew's not the type to go get his own shot against top tier talent every single night. He could give you a couple of games, but he's not that every single night. Chris Middleton was battling back from injuries his damn self. He wasn't fully right. So they were right for the picking from the Miami Heat, who were playing ball to the wall from game one and had to go through the plane and all that shit just to even get there. Now you got Dame. If Giannis missed time, you got Dame right there. You got a top 5 scorer in the league right there if Giannis missed time. That's the type of shit you do. That's how you build a team. We know Giannis is the one. But a 1A, Dame is your 1A, you got to respect it. Mavs, man. They help us get Drew. The Heat can have Tim Hardaway Jr. Look, I mean, that's kind of what it's come to with the Heat. That's what it's come to with the Heat. The Heat are looking flabby and sick, big dog. You know, they might have to go get UD back to come thug some people up, toughen up, you know, your man Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, because right now, the Heat ain't it. Even if they get Drew, Drew's limitations are going to be accentuated. This is another dude who can't score. Jimmy has shown us you can't get all of that from Jimmy in a big-time series for 4 wins. Bam has showed you he's not that guy. The Nuggets were daring him to score. They were allowing him to score in the finals. That was their defensive game plan. Let Bam score. Lowry will be another year older, and who Lord knows how many more pounds heavier. Can't do it. So even if they get Drew is limited offensively. If he still got some remnants of the clamps on defense, but in a big spot, if Jimmy's off or if Jimmy's taking all the middies in his brick city, you think Drew Holiday's going to save the day? So even if they get Drew, nah. And if I'm the Blazers, I'm still salty about the Heat trying to salty my rep. I'm not trading Drew Holiday to the Heat if I'm the Blazers, but that's just me. That's the petty shit that I hold. Are you going to you're going to try to bully me into giving you my best player, my biggest asset? You going to offer me some damn Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero? You think you could bully me through your Miami peeps? Through Lebitard in them? You think you could bully me with the Pat Riley, winning time bullet? No. This ain't winning time. No. Patrick in the house. Giannis has real sauce. Milwaukee knows everyone wants him. Big facts, because the Warriors were ready. I can tell you that lowest of keys. The Warriors have been waiting. That was real smoke. Please believe. So big facts there. All right. So we get more breakdown from your man's Woj. Now, here's the key thing. It's an unprotected first-round pick. But again, with Dame and Giannis, you don't care if it's unprotected or not because you're hoping those picks are in the low 20s anyway, right? At the bottom of the round. Okay. Let's see if we can find any more instant reaction analysis, so on and so forth. I love this trade for a couple of the people involved. I love this trade for Dame. I think this is a better situation than going to Miami. Giannis is better than Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler combined. Okay? So to me, I think this is a better team for him to go to. Chris Middleton is better as a third piece than whatever Miami, I guess you would have had Bam. A big three of Dame, Jimmy, Bam versus Dame, Giannis, Chris, Bucks all day. Bucks all day. If I'm Dame, as much as I want to be in Miami, the weather, no state tax, all that type of shit. If you're really about that winning, if you're tired of running from the grind, if you're trying to run from the grind, yes, Giannis is better than Jimmy Butler. So I'm going to go run with the better hooper. Do it like KD does it. Run with the better hooper. Don't waste no time. So love this deal for Dame. Absolutely love this deal for Giannis. Love this deal for the Bucks. But the Heat, though. Now what? Let me know. I would love to know what else the Heat got. What else does the Miami Heat have? Let me do some looking up. Let me see if the Heat are able to come up with anything that makes sense. Because I don't see the move. Any action has the reaction. I don't see what the reaction could be. Let's see. Damian Lillard has responded publicly, allegedly. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got Dame. Oh, Dame's on. He's on the Elon app. He's going in. Where is it? There it is. Boom. The casuals won't be addressed, but the Trailblazer fans and city of Portland that I truly love will be, and they will be addressed truthfully. Stay tuned. I was hoping for some bars. I ain't gonna hold you. I was hoping he had some bars, like a quick little 4-bar, like ready in the tuck. Like I thought Dame Dollar would have came out with a quick little 4 bars. But okay. Excited for my next chapter at the Bucks. Okay. Hey, look. Dame is a Milwaukee Buck. We heard all the talks of maybe Celtics, the Raptors try to crawl their way in there and steal off and get Dame like how they stole off and got Kawhi all them years ago. And it's the Milwaukee Bucks. It's the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think right now, to echo what Sammy said earlier, I think you really have to consider them to be one of those teams in the East that are not for play. If they're not the best team in the East, they're certainly top 2. I think you can kind of still sell me on Boston by default. But after that, you have to go to Milwaukee now. Have to go to Milwaukee now. But let's focus on the Heat. I saw some tweets about the Heat and how they were upset. Let me see if I can find them. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. There was a Heat fan that was going in. Let's see. Oh, the Bucks have moved. Here we go. The Bucks have moved from plus 650 to plus 400 to win the NBA title. I wouldn't touch that action yet. I still want to see them on the court together because, again, Damian Lillard is not a point guard. Now, Giannis, except for some very early years, has never had a point guard. I would love to see Giannis with a point guard, but even with Dame's not a point guard. He's a scoring guard that plays the position of point guard. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out, how that goes. But dog, it's just gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. But let's find some Heat shit. Let's find some Heat shit. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, Tyler Hero apparently is co-signing what Jimmy Butler is saying. These dudes are so salty in Miami. Are you kidding me? Again, Jimmy Butler was running through China, going like this as he was hooping against dudes in China. But tampering though. Nasty work. Speaking of the Heat, Pat Riley never called Portland back to improve his trade offer for Damian Lillard. He really thought he could bully the Portland Trailblazers into giving up their franchise's best player for Tyler Hero. This man, it's not winning time, Pat. That ain't Magic and Kareem you got. It's Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. Nasty. Remember when they said ain't nobody coming to work out in Milwaukee? Remember that? Who was that? Evan Turner, right? Evan Turner said no one's coming to Milwaukee, right? To work out with Giannis. Well, maybe not work out with Giannis, but Dame is coming to Milwaukee to play with Giannis. Like, bruh. And what did the Bucks give up? The Bucks gave up what? Grayson Allen? Drew, who said he's retiring in 2 years? Couple of pick swaps, unprotected? Dawg. This is next level. Absolutely next level. But let's get the voice of the Heat Nation. Not only we missed out on Dame, he went to our conference to team up with a top 2 player in the league. Lord, take me now. This is Heat culture. It was Joe Cronin's fault. Oh, I love this one. This one's dope. It was Joe Cronin's fault. That's the GM of Portland. It was Danny Ainge's fault. Yeah, I know who he is. The Scammer Day. Do I have it on here? Yeah, Scammer Day. It was Clutch's fault. These all the Danny Ainge didn't want to send Donovan Mitchell, or he didn't want to make any deals with Miami. It was Clutch's fault. That's AD. That's Rich Paul and all of them. It's always everyone's fault except Pat Riley's. If the whole league is against him, maybe we should replace him with someone that can actually get along well with people. That's real spill. That's real spill. Because ultimately, everyone keeps bowing down at the feet of Pat Riley because he keeps finding ways to get undrafted players to be competent. And while that is cool, and while you can find a loophole in the margins, a crease in the margins, and exploit that to great success, Gabe Vincent just cashed out and is with the Lake Show now. But again, Miami only let him really walk because they swore they were getting Dame. This shit is hilarious, bruh. This shit is hilarious. My man's got anything else? He look like he going in. Let's see if he got anything else. He's on a rant. The Blazers never re-engaged the Heat before accepting this offer from the Bucks. Not that the Blazers had to do this, but it's worth noting. The Heat learned of the trade when the news broke. This is amazing. This is the bottom line. The Heat and Blazers had discussions when Damian Lillard made his trade request in early July, but communication between the two sides have been limited since then. And I could tell you, no sooner than yesterday, the Heat made news by sending out their little, I guess, Le Batard's not ESPN anymore, but ESPN has connections in the Miami Heat front office, right? And he came on his podcast and he was talking about how, the Heat are holding firm, there's no better offer, yada, yada, yada. Still pushing the Heat propaganda. Still pushing the Miami Heat propaganda that there's no better deal on the table. Guess what? DeAndre Ayton and Drew Holiday in a couple of unprotected first-round pick swaps is a lot better than some damn Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. The Miami media have spent all summer trying to tell us that Tyler Hero is top 20, top 25. He had that one playoff game in the bubble where he went crazy and scored all them points. That's the guy you're trading for. They did everything in their power to try to spin that Tyler Hero is justifiably the type of guy you could have as the showpiece in a trade package for Damian Lillard. It was cute, but Portland said, I'm good, love. Enjoy. I love every ounce of this. Barry Jackson, who was another one of those guys who was pushing the Heat agenda, and the Heat never felt compelled to call and improve their offer. Last year's playoff run left them feeling well, not desperate. How nasty is this? How nasty? Let's see what else the Miami shill is saying. Okay, that's nothing. Look at this. Look at this. This is why I would have jumped on for a chance for a bill for peanuts. Gamble of waiting ultimately didn't pay off for Heat. Hope now is that Jovic and Jaquez, who they just got in the draft, become really good. Hero takes another step. Duncan is vintage Duncan. Caleb is mostly Eastern Final. Look at all this shit they have to hope for. Look at all the hope they need just to try to stymie the loss of not getting Damian Lillard. nasty. I'll hit the chat. Preston's in the chat. Was good. DeAndre may play better with Scoot and Shaden Anderson. See, that's the key here, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, is that he gets to run with some youngins. Scoot is so dynamic, and Scoot's a real point guard. Scoot is a real point guard with bunnies. So Scoot, Anthony Simons, like if we take a quick look, let me come off the screen for a second and look up this Blazer roster real quick. That Portland squad, on paper, of course, that Portland squad is going to be nice. But let's take a good look off rip of how that roster potentially could look. Let's go right to Portland. We know Dame's not there. We'll work around some of this other stuff. But Shaden Sharp, who I'm very high on, talked about him all summer, and I was begging Portland to not include him in any deal when they were trying to think of potentially keeping Dame and building around him. I was like, just do not trade Shaden Sharp. So they don't. So now you're talking about Scoot Henderson, you're talking about Anthony Simons, you're talking about Shaden Sharp. Now you're bringing in Drew, who I'm going to assume they're going to flip. I have to assume they're going to flip Drew, whether it's now or at the trade deadline. They're going to flip Drew. They'll get whatever they can from whoever at that point, right? Now you're talking about DeAndre Ayton, get Nurkic up out of here. You see him 9 years in the league. He doesn't fit. These youngins are going to want to run. Now, the interesting thing to me, and maybe Preston could tap in, because I believe he's a Blazers guy. Who do you run point? Because I've seen a lot of people online, a lot of people that I rock with, saying that maybe Anthony should be the point. Now, I don't co-sign that shit at all. I think Scoot is a natural point. And I don't want to put him off the ball at all. But I'll ask Preston, are you rocking with the notion of Anthony at the point, and then you got either Scoot, I'm assuming Shaden at the 2? I mean, I just love Scoot, man. I love Scoot. I love Scoot too much. I think Scoot's the point. I think you go Anthony at the 2, you go Shaden at the 3, and they still got Jeremy Grant, put him at the 4, and now you got Ayton at the 5. That's a nice little 5. That's a nice little young 5. Now, look, Jeremy Grant, he got the bag of all bags. Like, he got the bag of all bags, but in terms of what you see, you got to love this squad. And yes, Preston did confirm, yes, he is our Blazers guy. So he's the one that taps in with the Blazers and keeps us up to speed. So we have Shaden, who I think could play a 3. He could be a little undersized at the 3, but I think right now you have a problem, but it's a good problem because you got 3 guards. You got 3 guards who can go. 3 guards who can all run and gun. Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp, and Scoot can all run and gun. Then you got Jeremy Grant, and then you got DeAndre Ayton. I like this squad if I'm the Blazers. I like this as a nice little core group that you could watch grow. Now we'll see if Chauncey could coach. Now he doesn't have to deal with the nonsense of, Dame, is he going to be here? Do you have to acquiesce? All of that. All of that is a wrap now. Now we'll see if Chauncey Billups can coach. Without a doubt. Like this squad if I'm a Portland fan. Preston tapping in. Scoot at the point. Shea or Simons at the 2. Walker at the 3. Grant and Ayton at the 4 and 5. Okay. So you're going with Jabari Walker. Okay, so then you want Shea or Simons off the bench. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. I can see that. But I just love that Portland didn't fall for the okie doke. I love that Cronin stood 10 toes down and refused to fall for the Heat culture and the Heat Miami propaganda. Because they had all types of podcasts, live streams, stuff in old school newspaper journalism. They had all types of innuendo just being pushed like, how can you want more than Tyler Hero? How could you ever want more than Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson for your franchise's best player in the last 30 years. How could you ever want more than that? I'm so glad Cronin did not blink. That is how, as a GM, you refuse to fall for the bullshit. 10 toes down, staring right in the grill. It was that Diddy and the fake OBJ meme, just staring. One of y'all gonna blink. The Heat blinked. Scrub Zero in the house. What's good, Scrub Zero? It's finally done. You know, you're not dreaming, bro. It's finally done. It's finally done, and we finally got someone to do a better fucking package, to offer a better package than Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. What an amazing day that Miami Heat finally got the realization that, guess what? I don't care about your undrafted free agents. I don't care about your Johnny-come-latelys. I don't care about Duncan Robinson, who admittedly in the bubble said he was scared of LeBron. He said he was scared of being on the same court and facing LeBron. I'm supposed to give up Damian Lillard for that guy just because you gave him a max bag. I'm supposed to take that. I'm supposed to take Tyler Hero, who y'all didn't even want to activate for the finals, even though he was silently and low-key letting people know he was ready to play. That guy. The guy y'all were afraid to put out there in the finals when healthy. I'm supposed to give up Dame for that. So let me get this straight. I'm giving up Damian Lillard. I'm giving up top 5 in the league, Damian Lillard. My franchise's best player the last 30 years, and you're giving me a guy that admitted to being afraid to be on the same court as LeBron James in the finals, and a guy that y'all were afraid to play in the finals when he was healthy. Back to the chat. Mavs, man. Blazers should have just let us have Matisse. I'm still kind of hurt about that. Yo, Mavs, man, you're going to have to find a way to get the Mavs something, because there's some players that will be dealt. There are some players that will be dealt. And Mavs, man, is out here. Hey, look, I keep hearing about Kyrie getting moved, bro. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just keep hearing Kyrie is not going to be there for too much longer. I don't know. Obviously, if something happens, there'll be another emergency live stream like today. But yeah. Preston, yeah, Shaden at the 3. Sound better like you said. I didn't think of that at first. I like that lineup better that you said. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you got 3 horses, let them run. Look, it's not about winning a championship this year, right? It's about, okay, Anthony's the oldest in terms of playing time of these guys. Obviously, want to see what Scoot is. You want to see the continued development of Shaden Sharp. Let's see all 3 of them. Let's just roll the ball out there. Chauncey, 3-man weave this shit and roll them out there with, Grant and Ayton, and let's see what that look like. That's hella athleticism. Let Ayton be down in the paint, grab boards, rim run, screen and roll, pick and roll. Let him do all that fly shit. You got Jeremy Grant, who's kind of a utility guy. He can do a little bit of everything. And then you got Anthony, who's a bucket and has some point guard skills in him. You have Shaden Sharp, who I think is a big guard, who can shoot the rock and can get to the rock and can get to the cup. I would like to see a little bit more ball handling in regards to, can he facilitate? I haven't seen that part of his game, but he doesn't have to have it. He could just be a gunner. And then Scoot, I think, is the obviously the big key. If Scoot is who I think he is, this squad right here is going to be really nasty in about 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, this squad going to be nasty. Now, Anthony already got his bag, or at least the first bag. And then by the time 2 to 3 years pass, you're going to have to pay Shaden. You're still going to be paying Jeremy. and probably Ayton as well. So, like, this is a good core for the next 3 to 4 years. You got this core. And you can still improve upon it with the picks you got from Milwaukee, even though they're at the bottom of the first round, most likely. Preston, I think Ayton about to show up Phoenix after this trade, new beginning and fresh start. Nothing but up for Ayton now. I mean, look, I think the biggest thing was, one, getting away from Monty Williams. Whatever was going on there, I've heard some things, but I won't speak on them publicly because I can't confirm it. But whatever that was between him and Monty's gone. So addition by subtraction, right? But now, no more pressure. He was looked upon as the franchise. He was supposed to be the franchise, and all they have done is had all these dudes come in that are better than him or more important to them winning than him. It was the point fraud 1 year. It's Bradley Beal this year. Obviously, KD, and Book was already there when he showed up. Scrubzio, DeAndre Ayton is on the Blazers now. This could be interesting. No, I think that squad's going to be something to look for in a couple of years. Preston Facts, let them run. They may shock us this year, but who knows? But in the next few years, we're going to be nice. I agree. This year's not about winning. This year's not about winning. Don't do like the Chicago Bears and try to put pressure on their youngins, and then when the youngins start to have a slow start, it's all hellfire and brimstone. Don't be like the Chicago Bears. This is about, we just got Scoot. He's supposed to be the franchise. Let's put him in position to show all his skills. He can score. He can shoot. He can facilitate. How can we accentuate all of those skills? How can we make sure he can get all of that talent out day one? Anthony Simons is a bucket. He can shoot. Scoot can pass to him. I think I would start Shaedon Sharpe. You put Shaedon Sharpe out there, he's a shooter. He can get to the rim. That's another guy Scoot can facilitate to. Jeremy Grant can do a little bit of everything. He's a vet. He knows how to play pick and roll game. He knows how to do all of that. He knows how to rim run as well. So already you got a pick and pop, pick and roll partner in Jeremy Grant. And then you bring in DeAndre Ayton, who at his best we've seen him, and it's only pick and rolls and rim run. So with that, Scoot is going to be able to do all of those things from day one. This is how you build around your young star guard. And Scoot is going to show you that he's a point guard. Scoot is not going to be one of these guards that is, I'd rather shoot first and then get a couple of dimes on the back end later. No, he can drop off and give you 10, 12 dimes pretty light. And he could go get you 30 if you need that. And he can dunk over your 7-footer if you need that. And he's not bad on defense. Anthony, to me, is where he can make things go to the next level. Because I believe Scoot is him. I've seen enough. Barring injury, Scoot is him. Anthony Simons, now I want to see how he fits in. We've seen him fit in next to Dame. He basically became the new CJ McCollum. Then when Dame got hurt, he kind of took over and became that dude, and it was him and Shaedon Sharpe as the 1-2. Now I want to see how does Anthony play off Scoot and vice versa. Because they could both alternate, because Anthony, he's got some point guard in him too. Now, I don't think he's a true point at heart like I think Scoot is, but he can get that done as well. So you got two guards who can facilitate, two guards who can get to the rim and drop it off for the bigs like Ayton and even Jeremy Grant. I really like this for the Blazers. We could talk about the Bucks. The Bucks is an easy one. You bring in Damian Lillard, and you didn't have to give up any of your big pieces in regards to, Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is a way more important piece for that team than Drew Holiday at this point, even though Drew, you could argue, helped them win that chip, and that is fine. But that was how many years ago now? and he's already talking about retiring, and he's 2 years away from his contract being done. Okay, dogs, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. We trying to win a chip. So, all right, he's expendable. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Lake Show can't get Kyrie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lake Show try to go get Drew Holiday. And the Lake Show, now because of the trades that they made on trade deadline day last year, they have some assets that they could flip for Drew Holiday. So I would not be surprised. The Lakers are never done. The Lakers, as long as LeBron is upright and he's saying he's still that dude, he's still him, all right. Pelinka, Rich Paul, figure it out. Drew Holiday, he's available. Mavs, man. Maybe Aiden can make Portland forget about Greg Oden. Whew. I don't know if you could do that. Long as Kevin Durant's still upright. Long as Kevin Durant's still playing. But certainly, I mean, I certainly think he's the best big man. Nurkic had some moments, right? Like Nurkic is not trash. Nurkic had some good run, especially when it was him and Zach Collins a few years ago. That was a good little front court that they had. But he's just not injury prone is one thing. And just in today's NBA, to me, he's not athletic enough to compete anymore. Not if you're trying to win. If you're just trying to, be a team in the parity, be a team that's, 500 in the play-in every year, sure, he could be your starting center. But if you're really trying to build something, build a contender, I don't think you can have Nurkic. Preston, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun team to watch this year, winning or not. No, facts. Like, if y'all don't have League Pass, get League Pass. I'm getting League Pass. I mean, I could just write that off, but I'm getting League Pass just so I can make sure I'm tapping in with Portland. Portland is definitely going to be a League Pass team for sure. I mean, Scoot is box office already, but then because I was keeping up with Shaden Sharp and Anthony Simons, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. You putting all these dudes together? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We are outside. Scrub Zero, I don't think any franchise would mess it up like the Chicago Warriors. Hey, man, look, but before the Clippers and Sterling, before I think, we always got the Knicks, right? We always got the Knicks. Still waiting on Donovan Mitchell, by the way, New York. Still waiting. Don't be like Miami. Don't be like Miami. You try to blame Danny Ainge and all of that. Don't be like Miami. If you want Donovan, give up what's necessary to go get Donovan. And I'm not saying you can't get Donovan right now. I actually think you could go get Donovan right now. But you're going to have to give up what you don't want to give up. Oh, man, let's see. What else do we have here? We've been going strong for just about an hour. Salute to all of y'all for pulling up. I appreciate that. This was an emergency thing, not planned, obviously. But once the breaking news hit, I said, nope. I said early in the summer, whenever the Dame thing happens, we are jumping on. We are jumping on. This is great. This is why we up here. Who we got here? Up the homie G from Greg, from the Word with G on ESPN Radio out there in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's pulling up. Oh man, wish we had this news break while we were on our show today. Yeah, man. Look, I was telling the people here, G, that, I did a pod this morning, which is out now. The audio, video is uploading. So I did the pod, and then I went on with G right here, Greg Larnard, host of the Word with G on ESPN Radio, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Did that for an hour. And then before I could even rest my voice and fill up my tea, the goddamn Giannis and Dame news popped off. And I said, all right, well, got to do that. So I guess we're just going to do a whole bunch of talking today. My voice is going to be basura tomorrow. But putting this content out for y'all. And I appreciate y'all pulling up. I appreciate the likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. If you have not tapped in, if you know some people that are heavy on NBA, let them know that this channel exists, because y'all see the type of talk we get into. The chat is active. We got new people popping up every time we do this stream. So this is how we give it up over here. So Barry Jackson, one of the Heat Mafia media members that is out here. Now he's tweeting about the Dolphins. It was all about the Heat a little while ago. You know, nasty smear campaign that was done. Let's see if we can find anything from your man's Woj. There you go. There's the Photoshop. There we go. But again, we've been here. Off rip, we talked about this. 2022, Dame said he wants to play with Giannis. In the All-Star draft, Giannis, with Drew Holiday right there, picked Dame. This is what it is. They were hiding in plain sight. The Miami Heat are salty, and Jimmy Butler is out here claiming that it's tampering. I will run it back for those who missed it earlier. Get it queued up.
Yo, NBA, man. Y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do.
See, now you can see the smile on his face. He's trolling. He's trolling.
Gonna put that out there.
That is the face of a man who's hurt. That man ran all around Beijing going like this. He ran all around Beijing, slicing and dicing and crossing up Chinese dudes playing pickup ball and going like this after every three-pointer. And now this is the face of a man who realizes, I got to run with Tyler Hero again. I thought I was done with Tyler Hero. And low-key, even Duncan Robinson.
Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody. Y'all look at him for tampering.
Hey, man, but he got Shakira, right? I mean, Shakira will make him feel better, right?
Yo, NBA, man. Y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody.
It's the eyebrow.
Yo,
it's
NBA,
the
man.
hand over the eyebrow.
Y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering. Y'all do.
Let me see. Let me get the right frame. I mean, first, again, the hair. With Jimmy, it's always the hair. We know he trolls with the hair. But then let's go ahead and get into right there. You know he lying right there. That face, that's a lying face. And then the roll of the eyes right here, the roll of the eyes, salt. All salt. Scrub Zero sees it. All salt. Salt, bro. He's a new Salt Bay. Right here. Just all salt. Lowry's. All of it.
Hey, man. Y'all need to look into the Bucks for tampering.
Look at that. Salt.
Y'all do.
Salt right there. That is the face of Salt, bruh. Salt. But, you know, he culture. Maybe you could get Ronnie Cycli. Maybe go get Vashawn Leonard. He culture. They could do it with anybody. Heat culture.
I'm just going to put that out there.
Go find Jamal McGlure. You can go get him to run it back. Heat culture.
Y'all didn't hear it from me, but I heard it through somebody. Y'all look at him for tampering.
Jamal Mashburn. Go get the Monster Mash back. Heat culture. Oh, amazing. This is great. And so we got your man Shams. He's breaking it all down as you would expect. Love this deal. I think for all parties involved, all parties got better. Suns got better because I think Nurkic will be a better fit for what the Suns are trying to do. They get some shooting with Grayson Allen and some thuggetry with Jason Allen, notorious, known thug, Grayson Allen. Nasir Little, you know, a lot of high hopes for him. Liked him coming out of UNC. I think he could be something. But, you know. And then we got, you know, with the Blazers, getting Drew Holiday, who you could flip. And low-key, like I said earlier, I think it would be true chef's kiss if they can flip Drew Holiday for Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. I think that's a fair trade. How about you? I think that's a fair trade. I think Miami would do that trade. And then they got DeAndre Ayton who can take over for Nurkic, and then you go and collect some picks. Pick swap, and then the Bucks, obviously the ultimate winner in getting Dame. Scripts here, appreciate the work. Saying, hey, salute, bro. You already know what type of time I'm on. All salt, no seasoning. Yo, big facts, bro. Jimmy is really salty, bro. Jimmy is really salty, bro. Like, just the freeze frames. Just him with the hair, one. And then just the roll of the eyes. You already know. The roll of the eyes. Telling you, right there. That's it. That's all over Beijing crossing up Chinese dudes saying it's Dame time. And now he's stuck with some Duncan Robinson. Now he's stuck. He don't even got Gabe Vincent no more. Don't even got Gabe Vincent no more. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. What else we got? Preston Butler's sick right now. Oh, big facts. I mean, dog, look at that face. He thought he was going to get Dame and also get rid of, addition by subtraction, Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. I'm good, love, enjoy. Nick Cronin saved us. Because if the Heat would have gotten Dame Lillard for that bullshit package they offered, Heat culture would have been the most annoying fan base in the world. And that's saying something. That's despite Celtics fans, despite Laker fans, despite Knicks fans. The Heat fan base would have been the most nasty fan base to have to put up with for this entire season. Thank you for Cronin and the Blazers for standing 10 toes down and not taking that inferior deal. Script-Zero, Holiday for Duncan Robinson and Hero, certainly a fair more trade than those guys for Dame. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think that would be, to me, that's how, if you're Portland, you get the get back. Oh, you thought that deal was good enough for Dame? No. But it's good enough for Drew. Holla at me. That would be the voicemail. Like, oh, yo, Pat. Yo, I know you heard. I'm just saying, I know we haven't spoken since July. I mean, you thought you could bully me and you used all your powerful Miami media people, Lebitard and all of them, to keep slandering me and my abilities as a GM. I know you did all that, but let's look past all of that. You still have a need at point guard. I just so happen to have a point guard that I'm willing to listen to offers on. How about Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson? Maybe you could throw in a conditional pick. You can protect it if you want. It's okay. Because I have a couple of extra unprotected, just in some other deal I just so happen to got off. But, if you want, you can go ahead and protect it. If you want a lottery protected, that's cool. But I just so happen to have Drew Holiday. I got Scoot. I don't need a point guard. So, I mean, kind of, sort of want to talk. Holla at me. Nick Cronin, the one that you trash in the media and thought you were going to bully ball into giving you Dame for nothing. Peace. That's the voicemail. That's the voicemail. And that's the deal. That's the only, unless it's Drew to the Lakers. Because I think Bron is going to find a way, because every action has to have a reaction, right? So this is now the action. What are other teams going to do that's going to be the reaction to this move? And I think Drew, wherever Drew goes, will be the reaction to the action. So, dog, I think this shit right here is phenomenal. Look, man, it's time to get these jokes off, bro. It's time to get these jokes off. And I love getting, outside of the Knicks, the fan base I love to laugh at next, it's a tie, but lately it's been way more Heat than Celtics. I won't hold you. I love laughing at the Heat because they really buy into that culture bullshit. Instead of, we had LeBron. You had LeBron and won 2 chips out of 4 years. Didn't even do that right. Couldn't even get that right. You were 50-50 with Bron at his apex. And we won't get into that Wade 06 chip. Is Mavs Main still in here? We won't get into that D Wade chip in 06. How many free throws? I think Wade is still shooting free throws in the American Airlines Arena. Let's see. I will leave it up to y'all. I've given y'all all that I can give. Pause. So where else do y'all want to dissect this trade? Obviously, Woj is making the rounds. He's all over the place, breaking his trade down. And here's the victory lap. Here's the victory lap because Woj is tight with the Portland Trailblazers GM. They're boys. They go back, right? So this is where Woj gets to do his victory lap like he's Nipsey Hussle. The Blazers remain engaged elsewhere on deals and this is a bad typo, and are expected to immediately engage contending teams on trade talks to move on Jrue Holiday. Portland is committed to his young group of talented guards. So who wants Jrue? Who wants Jrue? But at some point, Woj is going to say how Portland stood firm and we should applaud their GM and their front office, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone knows that's coming. If he might even be saying it in here, but I'm not trying to get hit with no copyright shit. But, dog, that's where we at with it. Scrap Zero, is beautiful to see the Heat take these L's. Big facts, always and forever. Mavs, man, he remembers. He's a Dallas Mavericks fan. He remembers cheaters. Big facts. Big facts. D-Wade and all them damn free throws. What, 20-something? Was it 28? 26 or 28 fucking free throws? Like he was Shaq? Jordan never even got that many free throws, dog. Jordan. Was Donahue, right? All right, let's see. Let's see what the aggregate sites are doing. I'll come off the screen for a second so I can look this up. Let's see. I will say I have missed Timeline T. I just came back from Mexico, and that was a lot going on there. I got some also personal stuff going on. That's good, not bad, great actually. Can't speak on it yet, but I will in the very near future. But yeah. A lot of good things happening. So I've been busy, but I've been trying to keep up and give y'all some kind of content. Been putting out a lot of shorts, put out some videos on Jim Trotter and the lawsuit against the NFL. But I'm glad that we had some NBA stuff so I could tap in and talk with y'all live. Ticket prices have skyrocketed for Dame's return to Portland. The cheapest ticket before the trade was $24. The cheapest ticket now is $209. It's a scary one too, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a scary one too. I ain't gonna hold you. Damian Lillard's agent, Aaron Goodwin, on the Miami Heat. They did everything they could to acquire Dame. It takes two to get a deal done. I appreciate all that Pat, Andy, and Mickey did to try and make this happen. This is called the cleanup because Aaron Goodwin has other clients, so he can't talk greasy about the Miami Heat. So all of this is bullshit. They did everything they could to acquire Dame. That is a lie. That is a lie. When you have the Miami Heat's own mouthpieces out here saying that they haven't called the Blazers since July. It's about to be October. It's about to be October. So how are you going to tell me that the Miami Heat did everything they could to acquire Dame if the Miami Heat's own media people are saying that the Heat haven't spoken to the Blazers since July? Fuck you talking about, bro? And look at this headshot. That's a crazy headshot, bro. Who is this? Who is this? I mean, Aaron Hall? Aaron Hall back? And here's the funny shit where now we're hearing about all the deals that were offered for Dame. Toronto simply would not dangle OG Anunoby for Damian Lillard. Imagine that being the hang-up. Masai Ujiri. You wouldn't trade OG Anunoby for Damian Lillard. That's what you stood tall on. You stole off and got Kawhi and it got you a chip. But you didn't want to engage for Damian Lillard because you want to hang on to OG and Anunoby. These dudes be overthinking shit. And I'm so glad that the Nigerian freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, went into that front office and told them, not only sign my other brother, but go get me Dame too. Scrub Zero, man's going to Mexico, not bringing the bros. Oh, bro. No. I'm back from Mexico, and I was not with the bros. I'll just say that. I was not with the bros. Oh, yes, and I definitely did have a good trip out there. It was popping. Little Cancun action. It was all good. I had been to Tijuana before. I can now for certain tell you, Cancun and Tijuana, definitely different places. That's all I can say. Definitely different energy in Cancun as opposed to Tijuana. Tijuana, you can see a lot more. Tijuana, you can see a lot more things. You can see a lot more people looking for a deal, looking for a come up. You can see a lot of your favorite IG models sneaking over the border to go get some things enhanced and then jumping back over the border. It's a lot going on. Cancun, very much way more chill, way more resorty and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, definitely had a good time. Let's see what else we got before we wrap it up here. Oh yeah, now we gotta wait on James Harden. We had two big dominoes that we were waiting on from the summer. We were waiting on Dame and waiting on the beard. And the beard is now the last one left. And James Harden was at the crib. And by the crib, I mean the club. And of course, they're popping bottles. And of course, Daryl Morey is a liar was put when the bottle service arrived. That was not a Freudian slip. When I say James Harden's at the crib, I mean the club. Again, Pat Riley never called Portland back to improve his trade offer at Damian Lillard. Meanwhile, you got Dame's agent out here, Aaron Hall, out here running game, saying it takes two to get a deal done. They did everything that they could. Lies. All lies. All right, let's see. The Heat are interested in Jrue Holiday. You don't say. Oh, yeah. Scrub Zero knows. He knows the deal. He knows the deal. The Sixers are interested in Jrue Holiday. Ooh, okay. Let's see if we can get this off. If you're Portland, do you call Philly and trade Jrue for the beard? Now, hang on. Trade Jrue for the beard just so you could then flip the beard again. I think right now you could get more for the beard than Jrue Holiday. Because I think if I'm Portland, I could offer Jrue Holiday straight up for the beard, knowing I'm going to flip him somewhere else. Just spitballing, just throwing shit out there, seeing what sticks. And of course, here we come with the hot takes. Best duo in the East. I mean, I don't know. Dame is a buck. All right. I think we've exhausted everything. Man, this Kevin James shit just won't stop on the Elon app. All right. Whew. Podcast is out, audio version. Uploading the video version as soon as I get off this live stream. There's a lot going on. I'm going to have another episode of the podcast, a sports media only version. I'm just going to be getting into I'm going to talk about BS High from HBO Max. I'm going to talk about some of these debate shows. I'm going to get into some of these sports movies that's been coming out. I got a lot of thoughts about all the sports media stuff that's been coming out. So if you haven't already, tap in with the podcast, the DCMD podcast. Link is in the description. Or if you just want to subscribe and get the video version, you could just stay locked in, tapped in here on YouTube. So, oh man. Whew. A lot of talking today. James Harden blames Harden, still looking to escape Philly. Yeah, he is. He is. I don't know when that's going to happen. He's the last one left. Everyone else has made their move. We waiting on the man in the fat suit. That fat suit shit ain't working this time. It ain't working. But media day is coming up. This is why this move is so imperative, because training camp and media day is, I believe, next week. We looking to fleece Philly? Always. And if you look in the podcast description of every episode of the D70 podcast, you'll always see hashtag Philly will always let you down. We always looking to fleece Philly. Anywho, I think we'll wrap there. I appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. Salute to y'all. Let me get the vibes back. Like I said, tap into this channel. I'll be putting in a lot of clips. If you want to run this back on the replay, it'll be on the live tab of the channel. We've been out here for an hour and 20 minutes strong. Yep. Breaking this all thing down. So I appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. I appreciate everyone that was able to pull up. The replay will be active just as soon as I wrap this up. As you see here, soon, new episode of the D70 podcast. Yep, that is for real. Episode is recorded. Audio is published and it's out. The video version will be uploaded and published as soon as I get off this stream. So look out for that. I appreciate y'all as always. If we do all the YouTube stuff, super chats and stickers and all that fly shit, cool story. But yeah, appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Preston, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You're our Blazers guys, so we're going to be tapping in with you throughout this season. That we're locked in on the Blazers as a league pass team. So for sure, continue to pull up. I appreciate you. And as always, Scrub Zero, appreciate the support, bro. Always here. I like that. Tapping in. Let me know when you got some content coming so we can get that pushing as well. All right. So for the Sam D, I am the Sam D for TimeLine T. I'll catch y'all very soon on the podcast, the D70 podcast. Salute.